Dictate the tempo if they can. Play your half court. Jonas held up and taken away by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's one of the league leaders on steals, and they're going to get an easy bucket out of it.
This is why they are third in the league in points in the paint. To see multiple bodies, he is that good in transition.
He brought it up. Leads the league in free throw attempts. Missed 6 of the last 8, whether it's an injury or an illness. He didn't play in the last game a couple of days ago. But you just alluded to the points of the paint.
And the Paul George deal.
Yeah, they told Doc, and that was Lawrence Frank, said, you want Paul George? You got to give up Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
There's another opportunity for points in the paint.
But all of them been close against this team. Gilgeous-Alexander, he wanted a wall. Trey help there. It'll be Dort, and he's got the triple. Get back. On the tape, and underneath. CJ's going to the line.
Which is something that you don't really get from young basketball teams.
Mid-range blocked away. Gilgeous-Alexander got back into the play. We thought Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was forcing overtime on a 3. We thought that last game that it was going to be Isaiah Joe to force overtime with a 3. It was right on line. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander waltzes his way to the cup again. That it was going to be Isaiah Joe to force overtime with a 3. It was right on line. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander waltzes his way to the cup again. And Najee sits down for the first time. Stop the basketball. Those two matched up. And a couple of Australians. Nice crossover. Gilgeous-Alexander doesn't get the roll.
He's setting it so low, so when Josh Richardson turns that corner the same way Najee turned the corner earlier, the moment you turn that corner, if that big's in drop coverage, you're in range.
Gilgeous-Alexander will get the roll. They pulled tonight, don't they?
Inquiring minds want to know.
They have a drawing tonight. Do we know annuity pending? That's a good thing. Boy, another breakdown. Gilgeous-Alexander getting what he wants. Another turnover for the Pels. That is their 4th. And it points off a turnover. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They advance it. Joe trying to beat Jackson to the hole. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Again, Gilgeous-Alexander.
They're not worried about that one guy. They're worried about what's behind him. So if he sees what's behind him and all he sees is 2 eyes in front of him.
8-point lead, minute 16 to play. Now you can score, and I mentioned their last 8 games, they've given up an average. Mid-range, Josh Richardson, real strong. And Jackson took it away. He had more room to come down with the basketball. Final shot's going to belong. And kicked away. They're going to have the last shot. Jonas is going to have to sit down. That's his 3rd, so he's done for the half. As Gilgeous-Alexander gets the first of 2. Jackson Hayes back into the game. And Gilgeous-Alexander already 5 of 5, 11 attempts a game at the free throw line. Now 6 of 6 on a 7-0 run. So the Pels right now in free throw attempts, it is 16-1. So they've already got 6 steals in this game. Gilgeous-Alexander.
See the difference in where he's heading?
Yeah.
See the difference in where he's heading? Right, he's playing downhill, and they've been playing downhill since that ball's been tossed up. And that's not going to get you back in the basketball game.
Inside of 3 left. Gilgeous-Alexander mid-range. That's automatic. They're up by 21. See, now you're building yourself and digging yourself a hole. And you get a stop though. And Gilgeous-Alexander and Jackson at the rim. Jackson won that one. Najee stand in front of Gilgeous-Alexander. But he gets so close for the fall away.
Leading the NBA in free throws per game, but also the mentality of continuing to attack.
8 of 8 at the line now, as he's up to 22 points. Overall, 27% of their threes. He's not going to miss. Najee coming off that same screen. Jonas inside, creating space, and he's going to the line.
But it starts with Najee Marshall turning that corner.
That close.
And I like this call right here by Willie Green. I love the call.
They wanted to travel, they're not going to get it. Now CJ, and taken away by Lou Dort. CJ trying to get back on the 50-50, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's right next to the rim. You got Jonas inside. Trey will go himself, and he's going to the free throw line on the take. Yeah, they tried to beat him to the punch. Gilgeous-Alexander's fallen away. Najee's got it on the weak side. Najee, one to the back door. It's not available for Trey. Instead, deep. Jonas all tangled up with Williams. Jonas all tangled up with Williams. But low percentage shot. Gilgeous-Alexander.
If he sees one guy, he's going to attack.
And put back. Spacing, Najee. Another three? No. And that's what they want, actually. And speaking of the Mavericks are playing tonight in Memphis without Luka, without Kyrie Irving. And they lead by one with 4:06 to play over the Grizz. Now, granted, Ja Morant suspended and away from the team. Dyson up against Giddey, his former teammate. And on the run, not close.
That's literally 2 passes.
Dyson up against Giddey, his former teammate. And on the run, not close.
That's literally 2 passes.
Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got Trey in front of him, so he's going to get there. Didn't get the finish. Got the board, though. And Williams, good look. 17-point game. Jackson doing a good job off the bench once again. He's got 7 with 3 boards. And taken by Trey after the miss by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. From beyond the arc. So they got a guy who was second-round pick by Philly. They got him this year after 2 years. Mid-range, not close.
It's a good job. And that's what this league is about, man.
Right.
It's about finding the right situation.
They've got a ton of players under 24. Eric's got 4 fouls. Matching up with Gilgeous-Alexander, who's going to fall away. Real short. Najee picks up the board. 7-0 run. He's spinning to his strong side for the mid-range, and he's got it.
God, that's tough.
Yeah. He found space. But good breaks. And that is now 20 on the Pels. 20 to 10 in turnovers. Jackson with a block. Now step back. Waters. Instead, Gilgeous-Alexander again. Bouncing his way. And he walked with the basketball.
And that's Trey Murphy not allowing him to play one-on-one like he did last possession.
Trey's out there. He comes up short.
There you go. That's the matchup that they want right now.
Gilgeous-Alexander. That was a prayer. Not answered.
It's a good job of CJ staying in front of that basketball.
No,
but on the road.
Right, 21-11. You're right. They've been playing catch up on the road way too much. It could have been interesting. But the Pels, 12 of 32 on their triples. That's all she wrote.
And again, what they do is they give him space.
Right. That's his 5th. So he's still on the floor. And Gilgeous-Alexander is 12 of 12 at the line.
So he's right on his free throw attempt per game average.
Yep.
And I tell you, you look at, like, they've really done a decent job on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the second half. He had 23 points at halftime.
Right. And they just gave up a huge lead in Philadelphia. They're watching right now. They lost by 1. And icing on the cake for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and a timeout for Willie Green.